You want to test?
Yep, we better.
Okay.
Here goes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, can you put your feet comfortably on the rudder pedals, just very lightly? Go ahead and move them. Give me an idea. Now, there's no wind on it right now, so they move awfully easily. But once we get in the air and free the tow plane, I'll have you begin to fly it. But,
Mosquitoes everywhere.
huh. There's lots of water in here yet, dripping. I've had it tipping both ways to get it out of the wings.
Yeah, and it'll keep doing it. I always, it tends to get on, run down the door, and I wind up with one leg wet.
I ended up with a wet back the other day when I flew it.
We had up at the other one club I was in, we had a 222, and thought the water was out, took off, and when it banked, and it felt like a gallon of water poured over my head.
Oh, God. Well, I might have poured a couple gallons out of this morning. I've held the nose down, I've put its wing down, I've done everything I could, and it's still dripping out from under that spoiler there.
Do a loop.
Okay, we'll do some loops. That ought to solve it. Now, when you're set with your camera,
It's good, it's on.
okay, I want you to know how to use the latch on the canopy.
Okay.
But close it down. And see how it okay, now twist it so it engages. That's it. That's it. Okay, and he'll get rid of the slack, and then we'll lift the wing. When I tell you, give him the wingman there, give him the thumbs up sign. We're ready, otherwise, and I'll have to move these all around just during the beginning of the takeoff.
Okay.
If you want somewhere to put your hands, hook your thumbs in your shoulder straps. Okay, give him the thumbs up. Here we go. Let's see, and it's 125 roughly. That's the tail wheel hitting until we get enough speed to control it. About this time we should be able to lift off the ground. We're flying. Now we stay real low behind the tow plane until he gets off the ground. Okay? And then he'll zoom up kind of quick, and we'll have to do the same thing to stay with him. Back into the field and land. No problem. And now for the beginning of the flight, he'll keep us close enough to the field so if we ever need to, we can turn back at any time and make it back to the field. On your right is an instrument that tells you how fast we're climbing. Right now it's on the 4, and that means 400 feet per minute. It only says knots, but it really works out knot-wise. It's 4 knots of rate of climb. It's also about 400 feet per minute. So I just read it as 400 feet because I'm used to it per minute rather than the knot category. That's good. Little bumps in the air are a good sign. That may be lift. Good. It'll help us stay up longer. Yeah, we just flew through it. Now we're only doing 300. Now we're down to 200 feet a minute. A little bit less. This is probably a normal climb right here. Almost looks like a rain shower up there to the northwest, a little to our right and ahead of us. That's gray all the way down to the ground. I don't like the looks of that. We don't need a rain shower, but that's why I wanted to get in the air before something did come bad. That definitely is a rain shower over there. Be a beautiful day. Okay, we're coming up. We're 1,000 feet above the ground. We started at 800 feet. Our altimeter's on the left side, the far left meter. And we started 800 feet above sea level. That's set at 800. Now it's coming up on 1,800, so we're 1,000 feet above the ground. And we'll get off the tow at preferably at 3,800. That'll put us 3,000 feet above the ground when we release. I looked away for a minute. feet. Climb another 400 feet, and we'll release. I wish you'd turn toward the clouds, though. That's where the lift is. We'll have to do that ourselves, I guess. Come on, Dalton, take us over to the right. Can't tell him on the radio, it's not working. This little bitty cloud above us, that probably has some lift under it, not much, so it's small. But it should take us the other way so that we're upwind of the field and don't have to fight the wind to get back to the field. This makes a loud noise when we release. It makes a loud bang. And when it gets to, we're at 3,700 feet. When it gets to 3,800, I'll pull the release. So you don't think a wing fell off when you hear the loud noise. Okay, here we go. And we're free. Now we make a right turn, he makes a left, we get away from each other, we get away from that rope. Now pull that trim back a couple notches.
One,
Do another one.
two.
That's good.
Okay, we're flying at 50 miles an hour.
First thing we need to do is get back toward our own neighborhood. We should have kept us up that way. And when you're flying in what they call sync, when you're descending, you fly a little faster to get out of that air and get into rising air as quick as you can. So I'll put the nose down and fly about 60. Put your feet on the rudders. Got them on the rudders?
Yep, sir.
Okay, when you want to turn right, you press the right rudder. When you want to turn left, you press the left one. At the same time you move a rudder to the right, you pull the stick to the right. And that's called coordinated flight. And see that yard on the, up on this tube up on the deck there? As long as that's pointed straight back, you have the least amount of drag, which means you can stay in the air longer.
Okay.
Now, meanwhile, see our rate of climb? It's creeping up towards zero. It was down below. Now we're not losing any altitude. Whoops, now we're losing again a little bit. And when you find out, when you see that you're not losing, then you fly slower to stay in that area. But we need to pay attention to how close that rain shower is. And it looks like it's, what, 3 miles away, 2 miles away?
Yeah.
And we can fly in it. It's just that lousy visibility, and I get drenched back here on this
no.
seat. And you can open that vent if you want air. I'm going to go over to the right. There's a dark cloud there. Let's see what that does when we get any lift out of that. Right up in there, perhaps. Okay, now you gradually take over the controls. Got the stick?
Yes.
See how high the nose is above the horizon in the distance? Kind of maintain that. You're turning left, turn it to the right. Give her right rudder and lower the right wing a little bit. A little more. Pull the nose up a little bit. There, level the wing now. Should be getting in the lift. Level your wings. You're banking steeper. Nose up about right, you should be flying about 50 miles an hour. Although you will tend to chase the variometer, it's called a variometer, in the airspeed indicator. Bring the nose up a little, try to stay at about a level keel. Now we're in zero sync, so that means we're not descending or climbing.
Alright.
The field is right under us. Tow plane is down here on the left, descending.
I see that.
On his way in. Let's circle to the left. Maybe there's lift right here. Put it in about a 30-degree bank. Left rudder and left stick. Bring the stick back as you do, otherwise you're gradually going to a dive. There, about like that. Bring the nose up a little, you're gaining speed. No, that was the wrong, you're doing okay, but I gave you the wrong instructions. We're actually descending now.
Oh, wow.
So when we get around to that same position, we'll turn to the right instead. Bring the nose up, you'll be picking up speed, you're diving. There you go, don't go too high or you'll end up going too slow. This is called a roller coaster there. Level it right about there. Now we're back into zero sync. Go straight ahead for a minute and then turn to the right instead. See what that does. See if it's any better. Looks like mostly blue sky above us. Yeah, take it around to the right. See what you get. Bring the nose up a little in the turn. That's right. That's perfect. Now is your thread straight back with you?
Not yet.
Bring your nose up, you're getting it down. There you go. Now you're getting it. Make it do what you want. That's all right. Yeah, sink is elusive. I mean, the rising air. I see the clouds around us, but they're not taking us up any. Well, we can go over toward that rain shower. If we get into the rain, we'll head back. That darker cloud in front of you may have lift in it. Who knows? And it's not too far away. There's a little lift. Bring your stick up. Keep it about level. Right there. Okay, circle right there. See if maybe you can maintain it down. Bring your nose up a little tiny bit. That's good. Oh, there it is. It's climbing. But you're not losing much. Okay, now when you've flown out of it, what you do, you want to get right around to that spot again. Okay, let me have it a minute and I'll show you. Okay? You bank it over steeper, let the nose down and go around quickly. Get out of this sinking air as quick as possible. Try to get back over into the good air again. Now get it slowed back to 50 and see what it's doing. Okay, you got it now. Alright. I don't know what you'll find here. Downhill. Try turn to the left. There's a dark hanging cloud over here on the left that maybe has lift around it. Now go straight a little bit. Level it right out quickly. See if you can find any lift under that cloud. Bring your left wing up. Kind of dragging the wing there. As long as the wing is down, you'll be turning. You can look at each wing once in a while and you'll get perspective. You also can feel little bits of lift in your seat, you know?
Yeah, you can.
Like driving up over a little curb or something sometimes.
It's kind of hard to get used to.
Yeah, it's something totally new. Your left wing is down, so that makes you turn left a little bit. I'm watching our altimeter because we'll have to head back to the field pretty quick. Okay, take it around to the right, and we'll work our way back toward the traffic pattern. Nose up. You're going into a dive. There you go. Level it out. Shove that stick to the left and push in that left pedal. 40 is about the minimum speed. Below that, it'll stall. Make it go slower gradually. Pull the nose up and up and up. Keep the wings level. Get the wings level. Get the wings level. Okay, slow it down to below 40 and let me shove the stick ahead once it gets below 40, because then I have to recover from a stall. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back some more. It'll fly a little slower. A little slower. That's about it. Then you drop the nose a little, get your speed back, and you're back flying again. But now we're 200 feet above the traffic pattern, so we have to go out here this direction a little bit and approach at a 45-degree angle to the pattern and look for other aircraft. And we're still high enough, if we ran into some lift, we'd circle in it right away quick. But once you get down to pattern altitude, you go ahead and land. You don't try anymore. That's how people get in trouble, trying to crowd the last bit of altitude out of it. And then as you enter the traffic pattern, you put the trim forward again, and we'll increase the speed to about 60. You got the trim forward now? Put it that forward notch.
Yep.
Okay, we level out right here. We're on what we call the downwind leg. And at this point, we check the spoilers. So I open them. That's where I need to have that lever back. And look at them in both wings. They're working. Air brakes. And then we put them about halfway shut to the rest of the pattern. That way we can add a little or contract a little if we need it. And we come here across the road a little ways. We got lots of altitude. And we'll oak tree. And we want to land up beyond that. We'll let most of the runway go by before we actually land. Going to increase the spoilers, go a little steeper. The wind should carry us over toward the runway a little bit more. I'm a little fast, so I'll add some spoilers. Should be doing about 60. After doing 60 now, coming over toward the middle of the field, ease the spoilers off. Whoa,
Oh, that's cool.
just above the ground. We can do this down to about 40. And then it hits the ground and makes a mess. Bumpy bump, rough usually.
That's not too bad.
Yes, it is. Charge your spine. End of the ride. So I could have carried it. I could have come in a little bit higher and landed, stopped more nearly up by the tow plane, but it's on the ground.
Oh, that's
It's a
neat.
safe landing. I'll get out first to hold the nose down while you get out. Yeah, you can open that.